Just before I start this video, I want to give a huge thanks on the great support on the last few Dirty Bomb videos, and I want to give you a chance to enter the giveaway by clicking the link in the description or the annotation on screen right now. Hey, what's up guys, my name is Assassin and welcome back to another episode of Dirty Bomb. So in this video I'm going to talk about some things that I would like to see Splash Damage add to the game. So I'm going to first read off all the additions I would like to see, and then I'm going to talk about in depth of each feature, why I would like to see it and what it could mean to the game. So in total I have 7 additions to the game that I would like to see, or changes to the game. So the first one is, of course, everyone wants to see this, a trade system. Preferably something like CSGO, but just a trade system where you can trade like cards to your friends would also be fine. Then I have a team deathmatch mode, definitely a party system, because right now there is no way that you can play with your friends like easily. It takes quite a lot of work and time to get into a match with more than 2 persons. A challenge system, more like Call of Duty. Extra credits, depending on the amount of XP you gained in a certain match. A way to resolve or reroll cases, or maybe get a specific card that you would like, and this of course would mean that you may pay a little bit more credits. And then finally, but definitely not least, a change in prices of the premium cases and XP boosters, because right now it's a little bit expensive, I think. So the first thing, the trade system. I would love to see a trade system just like CSGO, where you can like sell your cards, maybe even cases, for real life money. The way Splash Damage would make money of it is that they will get I think like 10% cut of each transaction. So if you sell, like, let's say a gold card for, I don't know, $5, they will get a 10% cut of that, making them a little bit of profit. They really don't need to have any money from their own to put in, they just need to add the system. Players will spend money, hopefully. I think this would be really cool. Let's say a LED card would be 1 cent, so that would make 3 cents, because Team and Splash Damage gets also a cent. That would mean a iron card would be about 10 cents, bronze would be about 30, silver let's say 120, gold about $5 just because it takes a little bit more and also credits. And then you have like cobalt, which would be around 25 to 35, also depending on like the quality of the class. I think this would definitely be cool. It also would mean a lot more players would come back to the game, because there's a potential of making money of a game you'd like to play, so that's really cool. And I also think if they were to sell, if you would be able to sell your cases, let's say for 10 cents a piece or something, it would be really cool. Also, another thing is they could do this, just this, but with like in-game credits, make it a little bit more easy maybe, and also less money, but it would be difficult to make money for Splash Damage games by doing it this way. Of course, we also could have like just a regular trade system where I would offer a friend of mine a certain card in order, and maybe I could look into his inventory and pick a card I would like to trade with. Then the next thing is a team deathmatch game. I really want to see a team deathmatch game. They could use the current maps, just split them up in 3 parts. Most of the maps are already 3 parts, so they just need to add like a barrier or wall. I think it would be really cool if they had like a 100 score limit and maybe a time limit of 10 minutes. Definitely instant respawns would be really cool, so it definitely would spice up the game, would be really fast paced. I would love to see this, just to hop on the game and quickly play. I think it would be really cool. So on to the next thing is the party system. Lately I've been playing really a lot with friends and subscribers, and it's just a pain in the ass to get into a game with more than 1 person, because you need to just find a game and then invite them. You can't make a party. You can do it with competitive. To be honest, competitive isn't as much fun. It also takes a very long time to get into a game, most of the time 4 or 5 minutes, pretty normal. And it's also of course only 5v5, and there are more hackers in competitive than in regular matches. So a party system would be awesome, just like where you can invite up to 8 people and then search for a game. I do understand this would be a little bit difficult because of the nature how the matchmaking works, but it would be really cool, and also would guarantee you to be in the same team, because a lot of the times if you join you might be on the other side of the team, which depending on how your friendship is either good or bad. And the next thing is a challenge system. Currently we have of course the missions, which are definitely really cool and can gain you a lot of credits, but I would love to see a challenge system just like Call of Duty. Maybe get let's say 50 kills with a certain weapon or a certain merc, get some ridiculous stuff like get 10 in mid-air kills or something like that, and just have a small XP reward or a credit reward. That would be really cool. They do keep track of all your stats, so I don't really think this would be that much work to add in, and definitely would be really cool. And also you would have a grind if you play with a lot with a certain merc, you would have a grind to work to. And the next thing is not really that big of an issue, but it would be really cool if you get a little bit more extra credits depending on the amount of XP you gained in a match. So my idea was to have it like root and then, I don't know what you call it, like cubed root, and that's with the XP you gain. So let's say you have just 1000 XP, that would mean you get 10 extra credits, and if you have 10,000 XP you get, I think, something like 25-ish credits extra, so not a big deal, but it would substantial amount of credits over the time. And this would be only for full matches, because otherwise if you join in late and you have 1000 points, you get 10 extra credits, which is not like in proportion of the rest of the players. Then the sixth change or addition I would love to see to the game is a way where you can reroll cases, and this doesn't really have to be on the standard in-game cases, but really on the premium cases, because those are just really expensive, and that's the next point. But right now you have the what's it called, the CW cases, so the Containment War cases, which is special cards. There are some people who already have duplicates, and that's just you can't trade them up, you can't trade them to other people, you can't sell them, so you're basically stuck with double cards, which also are really expensive. So a way to reroll a case would be really cool. Maybe for like 2500 in-game credits, all for free if you already have the card. I don't think it would be good to reroll every case, because that would just be doubling your chances, though for the price it might. So that's basically also the next point, the prices. Right now a elite case costs $5 if you buy one, and $3.50 if you buy 10, and I think something like $4.50 if you buy 5, so that's really expensive. Having said that, I did buy quite a lot of cases over the last few weeks. I spent around $150 on this game, so I definitely have spent a fair share of my money, but I think it would be really cool to see them lowering the prices, or maybe add the addition of re-rolling any cases. Having said this, if they do add a trade system, it would make sense to have the prices right now like they are, because then people could potentially make money, just like CSGO. The cases are quite expensive there as well, or not the cases but the keys. So yeah, it would motivate people to buy cases because they can potentially make money of it. So yeah, those are 7 things or additions I would like to see to the game. Please let me know if you agree to some things. Maybe you have some additions to the game you would like to see. Leave them down in the comments. Leave a like if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.